everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is wash day. I'm going to wash the girls' hair, so I'm going to use one of them to show you step by step of how I wash it. So stay tuned and don't go away whilst I show you the steps. So remember that I mentioned earlier that before I wash their hair, we always do pre-poo. So the first step to my pre-poo is when I mix up the oils, but this time I'm going to mix it with aloe vera. I've got aloe vera plants in my house. It's just by the window, and what I realized is if you have the plants, at first I left it outside but it wasn't growing well. I don't know, maybe it didn't like the direct sunlight, and then I brought it inside and it was hidden in the corner, and again it was dying. But when I left it by the window, as you can see, it's been flourishing there, so I've just left it there. So right now I've just cut one of them and I'm going to show you step by step of how I use it. So first thing, I cut out the aloe vera into pieces, and what I do is I peel off the skin like so. Take off all the skin, and then usually I'll use a spoon to scoop this out, but I'll just do this and then put it in here. So I'll do the same for every one of them, and then I'll blend it. And it's in here with some warm water, so I'm just going to blend it. Okay, so the next step is to just pour it into my spray bottle like so. It's gone very slimy, so I'll pour it all into my spray bottle. If there is any left, I'll just put it in a sandwich bag and leave it in the freezer to use for another day. There's some left, so I'll leave it in here to use for another day. Okay, so here we are. I've got my blended aloe vera mixed with some warm water in here. I'm going to spritz that on. So coconut oil, olive oil, and Daisy and shea butter. These three have been mixed into this. So I'm just going to show you how I use these. I've got some clips here if I need to. I'm going to show you how I use these on my daughter's hair. Now, as you can see, it's very dry. She's had it out for 4 weeks, so it's very, very dry and needs some tender love and care. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. So stay tuned. Okay, so here we are. I'm just going to part this into 4 sections, and then I will work on it. So gently, I'll be using my hand to detangle as well. As you can see, she's got full on hair, so I need to take my time with it. Okay, so I've got the first part. I'm just going to put this in a clip. And then the second part, divide that into 2. So you can do it whichever way that will help you manage it or help you to be able to wash it well. Because she's got a lot of hair, usually I like to do it in 4 parts. I can do it, sometimes I can even break it down into maybe 6. But for the sake of time today, I'm just going to do it in 4 parts. So I've got the first part here. It's coming off already because she's got a lot of hair. Or sometimes you can even put it in big chunky twist to help you manage it. So first one done. I've got another clip here. I'm just gonna, yeah, and I'll do the second part as well. Okay, I'll stand this way so you can see what I'm doing. Whilst you're dealing with that, you have to be very gentle because the hair is very dry, so it will be breaking if you're not gentle with it. Okay, got this part done as well. Just going to put this in a chunky twist as well and tuck it in. Okay, so once you got it into sections like so, I think I should have got more clips. Anyway, once you get into sections like so, get your aloe vera mix. So it's just warm water with aloe vera. You spritz it all over the hair like so. the slimy bit is coming out now. So I have to do it into bit by bit. And watch how I'm just spreading it all over, making sure every part of the hair, not necessarily drenched with the water, but enough to, you know, soften it so you can use your hand to detangle. As you can see, the curl, the natural curl in the hair is already coming out. I don't know if you can see well, just by the water going in with the aloe vera. So I'm just going to spray a bit more. I'll put the benefits of using aloe vera in the comment section, or maybe just whilst I'm editing, I'll put it in somewhere for you. So I'm just going to slowly just use my hand to detangle. At this point, I don't use any combs at all, just my hand, finger detangling. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, yep, got some hair coming out just by using my hands to finger detangle. So I make sure that this aloe vera water is worked in really well. Oops, sorry, it's quite itchy when it goes on your skin, so it's always best to cover up yourself. Okay, so there you go. Already the hair is detangling and I can see the curl pattern already coming out really well. So now the next thing is the oils that I've mixed. Remember, it was coconut oil, daisy and shea butter, and what's the other one again? Olive oil. So 3 mixed up into this. So I'm gonna start with the scalp, kind of like massage it into the scalp. You want to make sure the scalp gets a lot of oil in there, but not too, oh, sorry about that, not too much to drench it again. And also put some on the hair strands, and again work it in. Like so. So we have to keep working it in. As you're doing that, you realize the hair, the bits are coming out. So I work it in, making sure every bit of the hair gets some oil. With this part, you can drench the hair in oil, but not too much, because when you cover it, remember, it will be just dripping all over you. So you have to make sure you do it well. This part is still dry, so I put some and I massage it in. And as I'm doing this, I'm doing it, as you can see, I'm doing it all the way to the ends of the hair. Oh, this bit's coming off. Okay, this side needs some more oil. So again, massage it in, and then work it up all the way to the ends one more time. Don't know if you can see closely. I think maybe I should bring the camera closer so you can see hair texture. Look at that. Just by using the oil and the aloe vera, should I say juice, see how the texture has changed. Look at this one, very dry, but already is well moisturized with this one. So you see, by doing this, you are moisturizing the hair. Look at this hair compared to one that is not done. So that is what it does to the hair. Very well moisturized already. Okay, so we go back to our filming. Right, now I'm satisfied with this one here. I don't have to do much more. So what I'm going to do is put it in twist, like so. Oh, sorry, can't see properly. Pardon me, still working on this recording business. So anyway, putting it in twist, and then I'll tuck it in. So that's it. So I'm just going to do the rest, And then the next step will be washing. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, so I had to bring her out quickly just to show you how it is when it is, I've used a pre-poo in there, like the oil and the aloe vera juice. So check this out, see how the curl pattern is already forming, and look at the side. So this here, I haven't done anything. Can you see the difference? Very dry, very brittle. So this is without any pre-poo treatment, and this is with the pre-poo treatment. Can you see the difference? You see the difference it does to your hair? It makes it really moisturized, which helps your hair grow strong and healthy. So those are some of the benefits you get from when you pre-poo. So going back, can you see? Yeah. Okay, so guys, this is the final one I'm doing. I'm just gonna put it in a big twist and then tuck it in. At this point, we're going to leave it on. She's got things to do, so a couple of hours. So first of all, I just use this bin liner. It's one of those small white ones. I use that first to cover it up because we don't have a steamer. So we use this method while she goes about doing what she has to do. And then I put the shower cap on as well. And that's it. We'll leave it on for a few hours and then we'll go to the washing. Right guys, so it's been over an hour and I've just washed the hair, so it's freshly washed. So now what we're going to do, I've just done one wash. What we're going to do is use this Camel Rose deep conditioning mask. You can, mix up your own deep conditioning stuff at home, but I'm using this deep conditioning mask on the hair today. So what I'm going to do is put it all over the hair and then we cover it up again for another hour or two and then we wash that also off. So this is how I do it. The hair is still in parts, so I'll just go in and start from the bottom of the hair and then put it all over. And then section by section, you make sure every strand of the hair is drenched with the product. Again, rubbing it in just like we did with the oils. So I'll just show you how I do this first part. Take another section from the bottom of the hair all the way to the tips of the hair. You make sure every strand of the hair gets some of the treatment cream. Once you're satisfied with that part, you go to the next part. Okay, so as quickly as that, I'm done with this section of the hair. Making sure every part of it is saturated with this deep conditioning cream. And making sure as well that the ends of the hair, you see, as I'm doing it, I'm also finger detangling, so the bits of hair that is meant to come out definitely will come out. I see some bits here that is not got any cream, so I'll put some more. So here we go, and then I'll put it back in that chunky twist like I did before. Ready to be covered. Okay, so we'll get back to you. Okay guys, so the hair is finally washed. Can you just tell how flourishing it looks? Look at that. Doesn't look dry anymore. And the curl, can you just see she's got really curly at the back of her hair. I don't know if that's supposed to be 4B or whatever they call it. I have no clue. But as you can see, this part of the curls is more than that side. But can you just see how the hair looks now? Very different to how it was when it was dry. it looks well moisturized. Because remember, when we do the pre-poo, that moisturize the hair, and then when you do deep conditioner, that moisturize the hair as well. So this is just rinsed off the deep mask conditioner, and that's just it. You know, I haven't even added any products. So can you just imagine if I add products, it will be even more moisturized. And you have to keep moisturizing it every 2 to 3 days just to keep it going. So this is it. I'm just going to put it in sections and then show you how I moisturize as well. So after rinsing off the deep conditioning treatment, this is the next step. Basically, at this point, we can either leave it out as it is and do what we call the wash and go. So with the wash and go, just as it is, you just put your leave-in conditioner, your oil and your cream, like the lock method I explained before, and then you can add a bit of gel which will define more of the curls, and then you leave it just like that, and then she can just go off. But in this case, she wants me to twist it out, but we want to do a fluffy twist. So with the fluffy twist, we need to braid it just as I've done here, so it air dries. I don't want to use the hair dryer, so this is how we air dry. We braid it, and then she can sleep with it or walk around with it, so it dries out, and then we take it out and do the twist. So these are the products that I'm using, still from my Camel Rose registration. I think I mentioned it in the other video I did about how I do my hair. I'm registered to this Treasure Trust, I think it's called. At the moment, I've stopped my subscription, but they do bring you monthly goodies on hair products, which I got some few and I'm trying, so I decided to cancel it for now. So going back to the lock method, anytime you finish washing, whatever style you want to do, whatever you need to do, make sure you put in back the moisture again before you style it. So you have your leave-in conditioner, and I'm using the coconut water leave-in conditioner, and then I'll use coconut oil again. So the lock method, remember, is leave-in oil and cream, or LLOC, which is water, which is liquid, leave-in oil and cream. In this case, it's freshly washed, so it's still got water in it. So leave-in conditioner, oil, and then cream. So I'm just going to demonstrate that. I've done 3 parts. I'm just going to demonstrate the last part, and then we get on with it. So this is the last part. So the first thing that will go in will be the leave-in, just about that amount, and then make sure you spread it in thoroughly. Make sure everywhere gets part of the leave-in. Again, just like before, let every part of the hair get some. If you need more, by all means go back for more of the leave-in. She's got very thick hair, so it needs a bit more. Turn about a bit, making sure it goes to the ends of the hair as well. And remember, the ends of your hair are actually the oldest of your hair, so you need to take very good care of it. Otherwise, when that bit start breaking, you start losing a lot of hair. And that is why I think most people also recommend trimming. We do trimming once in a year. Maybe I can push it to 2, but once every year, where you cut out all the dead ends, so that will help your hair to grow as well. So leave-in is gone in, and I've got some, again, using a hand to detangle. Oh, before I move on, this is the step where I actually do use my tangle teaser to brush it. Remember, since I started washing, I haven't used any brush at all. So at this point, because I did a deep conditioning, the hair has gone softer. Okay, so it's easier to brush through, but we use the tangle teaser to brush. And because I put in the leave-in also has a detangling thing in there which helps it. So I start from the ends, always start from the end when you're detangling, and then you gradually work your way to the bottom of the hair. So the ends, and then you work your way up, and you see how easily the detangler is brushing through, because I've already detangled about 2 or 3 times from the pre-poo to deep conditioning to washing. I've been using my hand to detangle, and so it's making it very easier to use the tangle teaser right now. Okay, so next step, oil goes in, working it out from the tips of the hair, and then gradually working your way into the bottom of the hair. This oil is not melted, so I have to work with it this way. I have to make sure every strand of the hair has got some product in it. So leave-in and then oil. And then because we're going to style it differently tomorrow, I'm going the cream, which I'm using this moisture milk, also by Camel Rose. I'm just going to put a little bit of that. And then I'll concentrate more on the ends this time. Just working it in the ends. Okay, so one more time. Now you see how easily the detangler goes through. It makes it very easy, and it's not painful for the child as well. Okay, so I'm ready to braid it. Remember, we're braiding because we want to do a fluffy twist, and to get fluffy twist, the hair needs to be dry. And to prevent heat, this is the best way to do it. Threading, we call it the African threading. This is how our mothers and grandmothers used to do our hair back in the day, to go to school or just walk around with. So yeah, and it's a good way of drying out your hair, because heat is not good for your hair. Too much heat on your hair will damage the hair. So this is how mostly we do it. Unless we want to straighten our hair, then we use the hair dryer and whatever we have to. But even though we use a heat protectant at that point. So I'm just going to do this by tomorrow morning, I'll say tomorrow afternoon, the hair would have been dry, and then we'll take it out and then do our fluffy twist. If you want tutorial on how I do the fluffy twist, leave a comment and then I will show you guys. And also tutorial on how I do this threading, because I know it's not everybody that can do threading. Leave a comment and I'll show you. So that's it. See how long the hair is? When you thread it out, it also shows you how long the hair is. I'm just gonna, this one is coming off, I'll do it. Yep, African woman using her teeth to tear out things instead of her scissors. Very typical of us. So I'm just gonna make sure this is, the ends doesn't come off. That is when she sleeps, otherwise it will come off. So here we go, finished with her. I've already done my other girls, so in just a bit I will show you a video of how both their hairs look, all ready for styling of whatever style you want to do. Okay, so guys, as you can see, it's taking me the whole day to do these two girls' hair. Can you imagine if I was to do mine as well? I wouldn't get no chance. So yes, that's their hair all pre-pooed, washed, deep conditioned, cleansed, and prepared, ready for the next thing that we have to do. So basically, yeah, we'll decide. This little one here, she doesn't like doing her hair much, so I'll just leave this in for a bit until I'm ready to decide on what I want to do. But my big girl here knows what she wants to do, fluffy twist, so we'll do that tomorrow, God willing. And so that's it for our wash day. Can you believe it's taken us the whole day to do this? But it's so worth it, because I'll be sorted for another 2 weeks at least. So that's it, guys. This is how we do it. The Lord bless. Remember, you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. And so stay blessed, and I love you all. Bye.